start in a minute. We're going to start in a minute if everyone's kind of gather around. Gather around. Get a good spot. Okay. Hello everyone, I'm Adam Selisker, Chairman of the Northampton Township Board of Supervisors and your Fire Chief. Please rise for the National Anthem. Flags behind you. I'd like to recognize my fellow Board of Supervisors, Vice Chairman Barry Moore, Dr. Kim Rose, Bob Salzer, and Paula Gasper. We're all excited to be here today to dedicate this building. The Richboro Fire Company No. 1 was formed in 1914 to serve Northampton Township. While the record is a little unclear of the exact locations of the first station, we know in 1964, the fourth station in our history was built right here on this spot by the newly named Northampton Township Volunteer Fire Company. It's my pleasure today to introduce you all to Chief Jack Kay, who's sitting on the corner, who started with the Richboro Fire Company and then the Northampton Township Volunteer Fire Company in 1947. While Chief Kay hasn't been on a truck in a while, he still tells us what to do. Today we stand together to celebrate the grand opening of our new Northampton Township Fire Department headquarters and Richboro Station 3, a cornerstone of our community's resilience and safety. This state-of-the-art facility is not just a building, it's a testament of your Board of Supervisors' commitment to fulfill their obligation to provide for the health and safety of our community. Equipped with state-of-the-art technology to keep our responders healthy and staffed by our brave firefighter EMTs, this station serves as a beacon of security for our community. Having full-time staff in the station along with volunteers, we have already seen the immediate benefits with significantly reduced response times for both fire and emergency medical calls. Simply said, fire trucks and ambulances are getting to your emergency faster. Inside these walls, our dedicated firefighters, both career and volunteer, are equipped with the latest technology, ready to respond with unmatched courage and skill. They are our everyday heroes, putting their lives on the line to keep us safe 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Join us to celebrate this new chapter with gratitude for those who serve and protect us daily. Here's to a future where our community continues to thrive and stand strong, united in our shared mission to safeguard each other. Thank you all for being here today to witness this pivotal moment. I'd like to give my fellow Board of Supervisors an opportunity to say a few words. First, Vice Chairman Barry Moore.
I got it. Wow, I mean, great turnout today. One of the things I really want to do is, on behalf of our community, on behalf of the Board of Supervisors, and all the residents around us, I personally want to thank Adam and also Bob Pellegrino and their entire team in helping getting this done. This is a remarkable building here. Just me back from Holland. Job well done. Really appreciate it. I also have to thank Terry too. I know Terry had a lot of comment up for you, Adam. Terry's Adam's wife, but thank you very much for everything. The other thing I want to mention is that our community is so safe because of all the people here with the feet, the boots on the ground, the police department, the fire department, and all the EMS workers. It's just so wonderful to live in a community that's so safe and being protected like that. I want to thank each and every one of you. So thank you very much for that.
Kim Rose.
Everything that Farry said. And you know what? When you are a township supervisor, our responsibility is to make sure that we keep the people who keep our community safe, that we keep them safe. And the one thing about these buildings that really makes me so proud is that we have decontamination rooms. So when our people fight a fire, they come back in, there's a place for them to get all those toxins off their body. There's a place for them in this building that they can sleep in a safe way. They don't have to sleep in their cars anymore. This is a special, special day, and we are so grateful for all our first responders because it makes Northampton one of the best townships ever. Thank you.
Next, Bob Salzer.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. And the building serves as a symbol of the township's commitment to public safety. But as I said a few minutes ago in Holland, it's only a building. It's the first responders that keep the township safe. So if the building and the new facilities help you to do your job better and help our residents, then it was worth it. So thank you.
And Paula Gasper.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Of course, I was last. I wanted to say everything was great. It was already said before. And I'm very proud of our township. This is a great township, and we have a great staff and great management, and our building is wonderful. Both Holland and this building are beautiful buildings and worth every penny. And I'm very proud of everyone. All the EMS, police, and firefighters. Warms my heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Paula. So our first speaker will be a representative from Congressman Brian Fitzpatrick's office.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here on behalf of the Congressman. He was not able to be here today. He was unfortunately pulled away due to an emergency. But he's a very proud supporter of the first responders, and in commemoration of that, we had a flag from the United States Capitol in your honor, and I would like to present that to the chamber.
Next up, I'd like to have State Senator Frank Farry, Representative Kristin Marcell, and Representative Joe Hogan from the state of Pennsylvania.
Before I address the emergency service side of things, there's a personal matter that I think I need to address. So October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And unfortunately, I was not able to make the previous ribbon cutting because of a complication at home. My wife got diagnosed in January with breast cancer, and she's having some struggles this morning. But I want to digress for a minute because she found her cancer through a self-exam. So ladies, please check yourselves. For the men out here, please ensure your loved ones are checking themselves, because had she not found that, we'd be on a different journey. We're on a year-long journey. It's going to unfortunately take us to 2025. We'll be okay in the end, but anytime I can get amongst a gathering of people, I think it's important to have that reminder. Now to the emergency services component of this. As many of you may know, I'm actually Chief of Langland Middletown Fire Company, a neighboring company to Northampton, and I know Adam and his team, both career and volunteer, are doing a great job. You know, I want to acknowledge Senator Tommy Tomlinson, my predecessor, as well as Representative Wendy Thomas, who was a predecessor to Joe and Kristin here, for their efforts in helping secure funding so these stations could be built. So I want to recognize that. But as the chair of the Senate Fire and Emergency Services Caucus, there are some important facts out there. In the 1970s, there were over 300,000 volunteers in Pennsylvania. We're down to about 30,000 volunteer firefighters. We are slowly going the way of the dinosaur. So if you yourself or you have a loved one that would be interested in volunteering, please volunteer. We need help on the administrative side. We need help with fire police. We need help with the men and women riding the trucks. But please consider volunteering so we can continue that tradition. I want to recognize, though, the efforts of Northampton Township and the first responders here, because not only are you leading the way within Bucks County, you're actually leading the way within the Commonwealth in terms of both the facility we're recognizing today, but as one of the supervisors mentioned, the men and women that staff these facilities. By having a combination department, by having career staff that can hit the street as soon as they're dispatched and saving the time of driving to the station and climbing on trucks and then responding, it'll make a tremendous difference in this community. I have seen it as a fellow first responder, and I want to congratulate Northampton Township on your efforts to lead the way. And you're not just leading the way here in Bucks County, like I said, but in the Commonwealth. So as I talk to my colleagues and advocate for good policy for our first responders, both career and volunteer, whether it's recruitment, retention, whether it's a health and wellness, which we talked about, the decontamination areas here, you know, that's so important. We may be on the verge of passing legislation that makes post-traumatic stress a job-related injury for firefighters and our EMS providers and our law enforcement officers, which is so important, but also ensuring the health and welfare in terms of exposure to carcinogens is also very important. So I want to congratulate Northampton Township. I'm honored to be here with you today with my colleagues. Representative Marcell and Hogan had a flag flown over the U.S. Capitol. Not as glamorous, over the state capitol, not as glamorous as the U.S. Capitol, but Representative Marcell will present that flag to Chief Selisker, and I wish you the best of luck, and we'll continue advocating in Harrisburg for good policies for our first responders, and congratulations on this great day.
Well, before we move on, I just want to say, these folks from the state, along with their predecessors, have brought millions of dollars of state money and grants to our community to help build these two buildings. So thank you on behalf of all of the townships. Next up, I'd like to introduce Deputy Chief of the State Fire Commissioner's Office, Harvey Boyer, from the state of Pennsylvania.
I feel like I practiced this once other time, right? Everybody, good morning. What an absolute, let's get that right, there we go. What an absolute beautiful morning. Beautiful day here, all right? We're here to celebrate. But before I get started, as I did in the other station, I want to give props to all those who are currently boots on the ground and those who are past boots on the ground, where sometimes it all started, right, Chief? And you're still telling them what to do, right? There's nothing wrong with that. That's how we learn. But I want to give all the respect to you because you're the ones making the difference today. To say that I'm the guy out there doing it, I kind of just a little bit now, but not like I used to. So I have a lot of respect for that next generation and the next generation before that. So as Chief mentioned, first of all, I want to mention it's an honor and a privilege to be with you here today. Thank you for the invitation, Chief. Appreciate it. But what is Northampton Township? It's 27 square miles of coverage, 14,600 plus households to be served, and over 40,000 people in your population. 30% of your population are 50 years of age or older. This is a growing community, and it's now served by 38 emergency staff, supplemented by volunteers as well, as Chief said, 365, 24 hours a day. The fire service across Pennsylvania is diverse. Commissioner Cook drug my butt all over Pennsylvania last year, and we visited 18, 19, 20 different areas and spoke to boots on the ground people. And there is not a one-size-fits-all Band-Aid for the Pennsylvania Fire Service. But we are here today to celebrate and recognize a municipality and a fire department that had a clear vision, have worked together for more than a decade to address the challenges and evolve their fire services into what you have today. They're laser focused, as you heard, on response time and providing the best possible coverage for the community. When I had a conversation just recently with the Chief, one of the things I didn't hear from Chief is I or we. I heard the word, what's best for the community. Don't take that for granted. That doesn't exist. That attitude doesn't exist at a lot of fire departments in Pennsylvania. When you look from a funding aspect, they took advantage of all available funding sources. Support from many different avenues, correct, Chief? Through the Office of the State Fire Commissioner grant, that annual grant that everybody takes advantage of, they took 2 years' worth and added a ventilation system to the other station so that all the responders wouldn't be exposed to the exhaust that comes out of these rigs. Municipal leaders from all levels, community support, and the fire department all work together to bring what we're celebrating today. And that includes all officials, all elected officials at all levels, correct? To support this venture. Let's be honest, in today's fire service, quick response is critical. The time frame of fire spread in today's world has increased exponentially. It isn't the same fire it was 30 years ago. Northampton identified this as a top priority and a guiding light for planning, and along with finding solution to staffing issues comes to the ideal that the facilities that are needed to move forward into the future, and that is why we're here today. What else does it take to do what's been accomplished here at Northampton? 2 words, dedication and leadership. Dedication of elected officials at all levels, dedication of chief officers, dedication of the line officers, and also the frontline staff, the boots on the ground that are here to respond, but also continue in their dedicated training. Training never stops. Leadership. When you venture into a project like this, it takes the vision and leadership. Leaders must have to have buy-in from every angle to make it a success. And it's not about having a new shiny fire station. It also takes vision and leadership to focus on the sustainability to serve the township, not just today, but years to come. And I think that's very evident from what you see. So in closing, on behalf of myself, on behalf of State Fire Commissioner Tom Cook, the staff at our Harrisburg office, and the staff at the Fire Academy in Lewistown, I'd like to thank all of you for the hard work and congratulations on this impressive achievement. Congratulations, Chief.
Thank you, Chief. Before we move on, I want to take a second and just recognize the fire department leadership that's here. To my left is Deputy Chief Rob Holmes. President of the fire company, Matt Sklodowski, and Battalion Chief Bob Sutherland. One thing about the fire service is the backbone of our success is mutual aid. We can't do it alone. Even with the staff we have here, even with the stations we have here, we still need help from our surrounding communities. So I just wanted to take a minute and recognize and thank all of the mutual aid departments that came to help us celebrate today, that come help us every day. At this point, I'd like to turn the program over to the President, Matt Sklodowski, for the ribbon cutting.
Good morning, everyone. Really appreciate everybody being here this morning to celebrate this birthday of the fire company, the dedication of our new station. That I will say it is my honor and privilege to officially dedicate Northampton Township Fire Company Station 3 officially open for business.